YouTube, what's up, man? It's Trucker Sherm. This to a few of my new subscribers wanted to know a little more in depth about the rail. Here we are. It's a train right here. This is an inbound train. Loads that came in today. It's 2 tracks, front to back. You like to see this if you're in a container work, because you know that's a big train, it's a big busy day. This particular yard is a small yard because there's not a lot of revenue in this yard as far as space-wise. But, well, not a lot of revenue, pardon me. There's not a lot of space in this yard. This yard is one of 3 that I haul out of. This particular yard isn't the biggest as far as space, but you can make money out of this yard. I work out of 3. With me, like I told y'all before, I'm a hustler. So if this yard die down, I'm going to the next yard. That next yard die down, I'm going to the other yard. A lot of guys don't want to move around. Me, I'm different. I gotta eat. I gotta get mine. So I pay close attention to each yard with the inbound. I'm pretty connected with the people that keep in touch, keep in contact with keep intact with the inventory in this yard and the other yard. So I pretty much know what's what. That's me. Once again, that's me trying to stay ahead of the game and learning to you know, be good at this. This game here is a numbers game. This game right here is a dog eats dog world. So you don't get paid by the mile. You don't get paid. Well, you get paid. You get a percentage of the mile. You get all of that stuff. But it's not like OTR where you're getting paid by the miles and none of that. This here, you gotta lace them up. There's a hole in most of these places. A hole in the wall spot, dirty. You gotta really lace your boots, be dirty, hoodied down, and go to work. This isn't for the faint. This isn't for the faint of heart. Every day isn't the greatest day, but the biggest thing with working in these rails is learning the system. This is all time management. You don't get paid by the hour. If something happened with a trailer inside of here, you don't get paid to wait. So you want to keep it moving. DOT give us a hard time because a lot of us cut corners. A lot of us are willing to cut corners. And sometimes you have to, because I mean, you could get caught up in these places for hours at a time. That's the name of the game. You want to learn it. Learn any yard that you work out of. My biggest suggestion to you, if you come into the rail or you want to come to the rail, whichever rail you go to, there's rail yards all over, intermodal work all over. Whichever rail yard you go to, just learn it. NS gives you an app. You can use the app. Get pretty cool with some of the people that work here. Try to stay positive and don't piss anybody off. Each yard has rules. Learn their rules and don't break them, because if you break them, now they got a problem with you, and that's how you mess up your money, and you don't want to do that. So basically, you got to fake it to make it in these yards, and that's what I do. I fake it to make it so I can make that money, grab that bag, and that's that. See, typically, all right, you'll see the front of my trailer, the front 2 sides, they're zip tied. The back 2 right here, they're zip tied. This is right here is what you call a bare. This is a chassis. Most of them are you'll find them. They're bare chassis, but this particular unit right here has a trailer hook with a chassis. You'll see the pins. You always want to have a zip tie going through, having this pin down. You want to make sure the push locks are in, secure. You see that right here? If this is sticking out and you get popped or your trailer fall, it's a wrap. You're going back to that warehouse. You're going to put that back brace on. It's over. Most of these trailers have bolts, so you always want to keep your pair of bolt cutters in. And this I call it Marcy projects, man. This is the real deal. Like, you always want to, like, when you hook up to a trailer, you want to Inspect your trailer, inspect your chassis. Most of these chassis you'll find, they're garbage. Tires are bad. It's a dog-eat-dog world in this. I'm not gonna make it seem like the rails is a cakewalk, but I mastered it. Like right here, this is a bare chassis. So what you'll do is you'll grab this chassis, you'll bring it to the crane operator when he's going to crane, and he'll put the trailer on top of your chassis, and it's on you to zip tie it and inspect the chassis before you leave the yard. I'll go in depth with some more stuff as they arise, because believe me, they do. But you get paid by the load. This particular load right here is paying me $156. I'll do this load, deliver this load, and get back to the yard within an hour. So essentially, I just made $156 for that hour. I don't care what you say. And anywhere in the legal world, I don't know too many people that's making $156 an hour. You know what I mean? So that's a win. It's all about numbers in this. Me owning my own truck is not forced dispatch. They say it's not forced dispatch, but it doesn't help if you just be an asshole to your dispatcher. You know what I mean? I got a good relationship with my dispatcher. I let my dispatcher know I don't do favors. This is my truck. If something break down on this truck, it's all on me. You ain't gonna help. So I don't do favors. It gotta make sense for me to pull anything. Most guys, they run around and do favors for dispatchers, and they become teachers' pets and all that, but that ain't me. I let that be known ASAP. And that's how I was taught. I don't do favors. I mean, you don't got to be a jerk about it saying it, but in this game, you don't got time to do favors, because you'll get tied up somewhere. You done made $250 for 10 hours or something like that, and that ain't money. So the name of this game, to make the money, try to do as much as you can to make money. Typically, I work anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. I see a lot of videos with local guys saying they work 12 or 16 hours a day. That ain't me. I work anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. Now that depends on me. I could be lazy. Don't get me wrong. When Red Dead Redemption came out, I was lazy. Madden dropped, I was lazy. 2K dropped, I was lazy. Now, if it's anything family-wise, my kids, parent-teacher conferences and all of that, I'm out of here in like 3 or 4 hours, whatever. But I'm just talking about men stuff, like not personal family relations stuff. Like if it's men code-ish, like if stuff that I'm into, I'm out. I get lazy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It don't affect my bag, but I mean, once again, I run my own show, so I can pretty much do what I want and run where I want. But yeah, man, this is just this is Marcy Projects, man. It's home sweet home. Personalities clash and chrome meets chrome. This is it, man. You go to the other yards, you got the unks and the aunties out there in the front. They selling fuel for the low. Hey, it's a different beast over here where I'm at, but like I said, it's yeah. This is why I've made videos in the past about, like, for me, doing this is like just like, you know, you in the streets. And I hope that if this touches someone who come from my background, you can see that you can succeed doing this and still play the numbers game. You can still play the numbers game by making it legit, because I'm doing it. So to my new subscribers, this is the first real glimpse. This is the first real shot of what I do. But this right here, this is home sweet home, man. This stuff right here get you home every night. Make some good money. Change your tax bracket. Change your home, your living situation. It keeps you humble, keeps you grounded, and you level up. But yeah, yo, this truck is Sherm. I got to get out to make this bread. Saturday morning, like 7 in the morning. Hope all y'all have a blessed, healthy, wealthy, safe, positive, all that good stuff day. I'm out. Peace.